Oh, what's down, you understand what I'm saying? You bitch, you heard me, this that nigga Rizzo, the motherfucking hero, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I know that I am like maybe like what, a month late, but I had a chance to check out Coming to America 2, and I know a lot of people had a lot of reviews on it, a lot of opinions, and I'm gonna give my opinion, okay? A lot of people trashed the movie. They said it was horrible. They said it was stupid. It was coolness, you know, yada, 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 woo de woo, blah, blah, blah. But guys, listen, here's my opinion, okay? I would want to say that when the movie Coming to America 2 was coming out, when I heard it was coming out, I was like everyone else. I'm like, wow, that director is blessed. That director is lucky. That franchise is blessed to get, you know, because I mean, because of the fact that not just the movie was coming out, the fact that Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall have been communicating, you know, within years, you know, since the movie's part one was made. You know what I mean? A lot of people was like, oh, is it, you know, are they beefing? Are they cool? So the fact to see them together, you know, alone, that was controversy. You know, to me, I think anyone who would have picked it up, even Spike Lee, if he would have done it, or just anyone in particular, it would have sold. You know what I mean? But looking at the movie, you know, I mean, first of all, back to just the idea. Okay, let's just stick with that. The idea, everyone was excited. You know, while Coming to America 2, man, that movie came out when I was a kid, and, you know, just a complete classic. You know, the best comedians. To me, that was actually what I love about the first one is that was actually the first time I ever seen Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy go head to head, you know, with comedy. Because in Harlem Nights, to me, my opinion, you know, and this is no disrespect to Eddie, but Arsenio Hall was funnier. And to me, Eddie is funny, but Arsenio Hall has always been more, I guess, just more of a jump out laugh. You know, due to maybe his facial expressions, or, you know, is just Arsenio Hall. But if you look at Coming to America, any movie that Eddie Murphy does with other comedians, okay, Eddie is gonna stand out. You know, with anybody, as you've seen in Life, as you've seen with Boomerang, you know, he stands out. But Arsenio Hall is that one comedian that, you know, whenever they're together, even in this one, you know, but whenever they're together in anything, even on Arsenio Hall talk show, you know, Arsenio is like right up, like, yeah, you know, are just almost better than, you know, because in Harlem Nights, Arsenio Hall was funnier to me, my opinion, you know. But so anyway, with the movie, you know, you look at it, they was bringing out a new actor, a comedian, the guy who played Akeem's son, you know, in the film. And, you know, shout out to everyone who played in it. Shout out to everyone who was in it. You know, it's like I say, as black people, just like we was so judgmental with the young lady Cynthia for playing the Harriet Tubman story. You know what I mean? It was just so much controversy, just unnecessary. We need to be happy that our blacks are actually, you know, pursuing their dreams. They're, you know, actually working on their craft. They're going after it. You know what I mean? Just like we are, you know, you and I, the person who's looking at this. You know what I mean? Just because the movie was crappy, you know, any movie that black people do, black actors do, we shouldn't bash them. You know what I mean? They're still talented. You know, they were still discovered. They still had to put in the grind, the blood, sweat, and tears of dedication. Just like it's no different from a person in college, a person working on a job to get a promotion, you know, with benefits and retirement. You know what I mean? So I think we should respect that. So with the movie, my opinion, I would not say that it was trash. I will say, of course, anyone else would agree, you know, that it wasn't better than part one. I will say this, though, you know, not trying to be controversial and not trying to play the, you know, make it into a race thing, but you look at Hollywood, okay? Hollywood has, I think that black people has not had a chance to shine in movies naturally since the 1990s. The 90s, black movies, anything black, from black movies to music, you know, anything we did is like we had more freedom. You know what I mean? We shined more. It seemed more real. It seemed more reality. You know what I mean? Whenever we did things. Coming to America 2, the guy who played Creed, Ryan Coogler, he was supposed to direct it. Now, first of all, you look at Ryan Coogler. This guy has not put out a whack project sent throughout his entire career. Young man. I think he's like a year older than me. Shout out to Ryan. You know, one of my favorite directors, filmmakers, period. But, you know, I think they said that Eddie Murphy had turned it down. Eddie Murphy said no, he didn't want to do it. You know, he was like, oh, because I think Ryan was going to put Michael B. Jordan to play as Akeem's son. Let me tell you something. That alone would have put $1 billion in the box. box office. That would have alone put mega millions in Ryan's pocket to put Michael B. Jordan, you know what I mean, who's a good actor. You know, shout out to you big lip motherfucker, you who I'm so jealous of. But anyway, you know, shout out to Michael B. Jordan. But the thing is that with that whole project, you know, you look at it and the plot was trash. Okay, I wouldn't say the movie because, you know, so many good actors and comedians played in it. You know what I mean? But the plot didn't make any sense. You know, and when you look at it, it was like, you know, Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy, you know, all the classics, Wesley Snipes, everyone who was in it. You could see that it seemed as if that they were privileged. They felt privileged to be in the movie. You know, when really, and I tell people, you know, a movie don't make an actor. You know what I'm saying? A role don't make you. That actor makes that fucking role. They make that movie stand out, or that sitcom, you know, that player, you know, whatever. And the reason I say that is because in the movies, they weren't able to be themselves. You know, in the first version, they were raw. You know, it was more profanity. And it's like I tell people, sometimes when I see a comedian raw, I can't see them clean. You know, I'm just not going to be into them, but I'm not going to really take them serious. You know, some comedians have that, you know, advantage. Eddie Murphy is one of them, you know, but when you put out something like Part 1, you know, you got to come better, way better. You know what I mean? It's like I say, I'm not disrespecting any of the actors that was in it, but the plot didn't make any sense. You know, 30 years later, he has a son that's in America. The way I would have done it, this is the way I would have done it. First of all, yes, I would have went with Ryan. I think that Hollywood told Ryan he couldn't do it. Because they felt as if, you know what, hell no. Because when you came out with that Black Panther son of a bitch, you made $1 billion. You had these fucking white kids, our kids out here not wanting to look at Captain America, Superman, and fucking Hulk and all this other shit. They wanted to just pay attention to that nigger. And they made $1 billion. I think that's what it was. And they're like, you know what, fuck that. Coming to America is a classic. That's an occult classic. If Ryan would have redid that motherfucking movie, that bitch would have been off the chain. They would have pulled in at even, although it wasn't in theaters, that you would have heard about $1 billion being fucking made. Okay, and it's like, I think that's what it is with Hollywood, because it's like I said, the plot didn't make any sense. It was just too much all over the place. It wasn't good marketing. You know, the theaters are about to open up. Everything else is about to open up in April 2021. So it's like, you know, they could have waited till then. You know what I mean? But I think that the movie was made like that. The plot was shitty and it pissed me off. Not the actors, you know, like I said, they shouldn't get bashed, but the fact that they took so many good black legends, so many good black, you know, new entertainers, people that's just coming in, people that's been in the game for a while, young and old, and they just threw them in a pile of shit. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. You know, it just wasn't real. I think that Ryan was kept away, because he would have made that, you know, Michael B. Jordan as his would have been my plot. And I'm gonna just tell people, fuck it, because it's not like it's gonna be made. But thing is that with my plot, I would have basically had it as if he had a son that was in Africa. I think that would have made more sense out of him having all daughters. He should have had a son that was in Africa that was doing the same thing he did 30 years ago, looking for love. Okay. You know, and, you know, like with Wesley Snipes as well. I got to get this off my chest. Wesley Snipes, the thing is that they tried to make the actors look, first of all, as a comedian, okay? Unlike what they mainly rap, comedians, the older we get, the better we get, okay? Although that movie was shitty and Eddie and Arsenio Hall wasn't as funny and shit like that, let me tell you something, them niggas still got it. Them niggas can still get down. You know what I'm saying? And I truly believe that. But say like with Wesley Snipes, the part, I don't know why lately they've been putting him in these, I ain't gonna say coonish, but these silly ass roles. You know, like something, Dolomite is my name, and you know, Wesley don't really look too good playing silly. You know, last time I think he had me really rolling on the floor was in To Wong Fu. He was in a dress and shit, but still, I just liked it. It was funny. It was talented of Wesley. But with the movie coming to America too, Wesley, you know, when he was doing that little dance shit, the walk shit, he looked like an old man. But tell me how when he was fighting the daughter, if you pay attention to that scene, look at it. That was not a stunt double. Wesley is still fucking fast and swift. To me, it was like, we need to get our black actors back into what they're good at. Like Jamie Foxx, talented actor. But whenever he's playing serious in the movie, you can't really take him serious. The movie, you know, will be good. You know, Jamie is good with acting, but we need to put our black actors and entertainers, period, where they belong. Fuck all this, you know, edited, you know, program. No. Coming to America too, yes, the movie could have been done a lot better, way better. But like I said, I would have had to wear as Michael B. Jordan or whoever his son was would have been in Africa, and it should have repeated all over again. Then he should have went back to Queens or wherever he went in the United States. And it's like he should have been looking for love the natural way, the 2021 way. I think that would have kicked ass. That would have been extremely major, like the same plot of Eddie Murphy, how it was. I think the movie came out like in the 80s, but in it, how he was, but the son should have been like in, you know, fucking New York, California, New Orleans, wherever, just looking for, but in a 2021 way, you know what I'm saying? Because the movie Part 1 was my favorite love story in the whole world. I don't give a damn what nobody said. Although it was a comedy, it was just saying that, you know, a man should look for a woman that wants him for him. You know, that's why he didn't marry. Shout out to Vanessa Bell Calloway, very beautiful lady. But, you know, it was a thing to whereas that's what all black men, you know, don't get with a woman. That's how Hollywood is. That's how Hollywood couples are. They basically date each other because the media or the high sources say that y'all belong together. You know, y'all make a good match. Y'all make the same amount. You know, you guys are both attractive. And that's what it stood out to me ever since I saw that movie. I felt as if no matter how much money I have, I want to go somewhere to where a woman don't know me. She, you know, she'll fall in love with me because I'm fucking flipping burgers and mopping floors. You know what I mean? That was the plot of it. And that was so genius about it because it was comedy involved as well. You know what I mean? So Part 2 didn't have any of that. It had nothing about true love. Okay? You know, he only wanted Eddie Murphy's daughter because she was fine as fuck, and she was. Shout out to that whole cast. All the women was beautiful. Shout out to the beautiful, sexy Miss Tiana Taylor. Hey, baby, whenever you get a divorce, holler at me, yeah, man. But anyway, that's, you know, just my opinion, guys. You know, it's like I said, stop. And, you know, it's like I said, with our black actors, with Eddie Murphy and Martin, it kind of seemed as if, you know, you look at Eddie Murphy, he sits on a high platform. Eddie Murphy is like a Hollywood god of comedy, you know, truthfully. And, you know, you look at Eddie and it's like no different from other black celebrities. They've been supposedly multi-millionaires for so long. Why now, as they get older, they have to like take a fall? Why can't they just cash out? You know what I mean? With me, I would be honest. If I was Eddie Murphy before Coming to America 2 like that, before accepting that role, I would have just retired. If I was on his level, I would have just retired. I'd have said, fuck that. Hell no. If Hollywood would have threatened me and say, nigger, you better do this fucking movie. Like, what was dope is that Eddie didn't, like, really wear a dress. Like, you know, it was no cross-dressing throughout the movie with men as much, at least not with the big actors. So that's what I did like about it. I would like to say that. But thing is that, no, if I was on Eddie's level, there's no fucking way I would have took that role. No way. You know, so, you know, it's like I say, I think it was a thing where as the black actors, man, you know, it was like, look, we may not get work for a very long time. I felt as if they was pressured into doing it because nobody was their self. You know, there was no profanity like talking about. You know, come on, man. You know, after doing Part 1, you know, it was so many fucking historical lines in that movie. So many memes, man. You know, to this day, you know, so that's what I think people was upset about because it's like y'all had to come way stronger. So I would like to say shout out to a legendary god of comedy, Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. I love you both guys. Arsenio Hall, man, you're my fucking hero. I want to have my own show. I have a show now, but at platform like you had, I think that you're one of the blessed chosen ones in Hollywood to have interviewed all those people, to be a black man, have your own show, have it ran your way, and to cash out whenever you feel as if, hey, it's my time. Shit's not about to go right. So I want to let you know that, Mr. Arsenio Hall, man. Eddie Murphy, thank you for all you've done in comedy, all that you've created. And also, too, I would like to say, you coming to America. I'm going to tell you guys something also as well. Just check out the film Just for the Big Homie, just for another comedy god, Mr. Eddie Griffin. I love you, dude. Check out the film Going to America. If y'all thought Part 2, and it's like I say, no bashing the comedians, no bashing the actors, but it just goes to show you that movie didn't make any sense. That was not the real Eddie Griffin. Not to say he's clone, he's so, that's a role he played. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just showing you guys, like, look at the movie. You know, you can see what I'm talking about. Like Going to America, something with Eddie Griffin in it. That motherfucker should be lit. That bitch should be on fire. Eddie Griffin is a fucking comedy god, a genius, a legendary king. You know what I'm saying? One of the originators who stepped in the game just like, you know, Martin and so many others. Dave Chappelle with his own style, his own brand. He didn't ride no bandwagon. You know, Eddie's never cross-dressed. You know what I mean? But looking at that, once again, like Coming to America too, they took a legend and they just threw him in a pile of shit. You know what I'm saying? His talent shouldn't be overlooked. His gift shouldn't be overlooked. I'm just saying, like, pay attention to that. So anyway, guys, I just want to cash out with that. I want to say that, guys, listen to me. All the young entertainers, we need to get fucking serious, okay? Stop looking for these elders and these, these legends that's been in the game to give us a handout. Oh, hey, can you help me out? Oh, man, we need to stick together. No, get your own. They got their own. You can call these people sellouts. You can call them Uncle Toms. You can call them, bitch-ass niggas and all you want. But at the end of the day, they did their fucking thing, okay? They left a mark in this world, and they inspired you. You can look at them all you want to be like, oh, you ain't as real as you was back in the day. Oh, you ain't keeping it 100. Oh, you ain't doing your real self. They did what they needed to do, okay? They made their mark. They did their fucking thing. They took care of their family. They got on. They got their name out. They made their dreams come true. You do the same. It's your turn. And when I say that, I'm talking about to all, even the people in the mid-generation, my generation, the 80s babies, 90s kids. I'm mainly talking to y'all, because our generation was the last generation where real talent was exposed through television, through media, okay? Y'all know what real talent look like. Y'all know what the movie's supposed to look like. Y'all know what them songs are supposed to sound like. Let's get on it, okay? We not too fucking old. Fuck anybody who say that, okay? But Rizzo the hero, man. I just want to cash out, let y'all know that. Coming to America 2, shout out to all the actors going to America. Any new movies, period, with our old legends in it. Respect it. Support it. They still need that money. They still need that check, okay? It's like I say, let's start doing our own shit. Let's start making our own movies, our own moves as black people. Let's stick together. Let's put money behind our own production companies. I'm talking about brothers that's in the street, sisters that's in the street, anyone that's just coming up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see that? Yeah. That movie was trash. Coming to America 2 was trash, but our actors, our legendaries, our blacks, our gods, they still have it. Let's write something for them. Let's start doing our thing. Shout out to Ryan Coogler, Keith Pelly, Spike Lee, R.I.P. John Singleton. You know what I mean? All our black filmmakers, man. They don't get the respect they deserve. Our homegirl Izza, all of y'all. If there's anyone I'm forgetting about, I'm sorry. But let's start doing our thing. Black power.